Welcome back to Breakfast Television on this Friday, Groundhog Day. Tammie, Meredith, and Sid here with you. Again, Punxsutawney Phil, we're 10 minutes away from figuring out from Pennsylvania whether or not we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter, and the Canadian groundhogs of note are around 8 o'clock. So we'll
of note.
Of note.
All other groundhogs, sorry.
Because
we don't care about you.
There's startup groundhogs.
Yeah, exactly.
That we're not really. They haven't paid their dues.
Crowdfunded.
Up and coming.
Up and coming.
Yeah.
Like kind of trying to punch their way through, but not quite there yet. So we'll let you know if we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter according to the groundhogs or not. The big news yesterday, Mayor Olivia Chow did put out her version of what the budget is going to look like. Final vote in front of City Council happens on Valentine's Day, ironically enough, February 14th, pardon me. The budget total, $17 billion, is what Mayor Chow is looking at. The increase for property taxes is 9.5%, not the 10.5 that she had said maybe initially, or the 16.5 if the federal government didn't provide money for asylum seekers and immigrants, which they did like the day before. Immigration Minister Mark Miller put in $362 million to top up that fund. So, points to Mayor Chow, politically that worked. But overall, it's a $1.8 billion shortfall they're trying to fix in this budget. Fully funded a busway for Scarborough Transit riders. The police funding has also gotten a lot of talk here. Ontario is giving police services $18 million over 3 years to help them fight auto theft. In total per year, the police were looking for about $20 million. They're only getting about 7 or 8. This is not what they were looking for. Overall, Tam, politically, from Mayor Chow's perspective, this was a big moment. I thought it was a little risky at times, but I do have to give her credit. It seems like it has worked in terms of trying to, strong arm's not the word, but trying to entice the federal government to come to the table and help out with the housing issue for asylum seekers in the city. Points to Mayor Chow.
Yeah, and today, if you look at her itinerary today, she is touring a center today with Krista Freeland, and then they're going to have a news conference at 12:30. What do you think they're going to announce at the news conference at 12:30? Likely how much the federal government will be providing Toronto for asylum seekers. So in the end, the city is getting exactly what they had asked for. We don't know the numbers yet, but they are getting that money, and that news conference is happening a day after Olivia Chow revealed her budget. When it comes to police, though, that didn't work out so much. We know that police wanted $20 million, like you said. They got $7.5 million rather instead of that. But in the end, it's not a cut. Police see that as a cut. Olivia Chow says, no, we're giving you more money than you had last year. And there were concerns, even when she was campaigning, that she would cut funding to police. But in the end, she's saying she is not doing that. Police chief obviously not happy.
But this is important. It is a cut to what the cops were asking for. They did get a bump from what they had in the last. No, it's an important thing to lay out there. But still, Toronto police not happy.
No, I mean, and there are sort of 200 hires that are still going to be happening because that was, saying very much short-staffed. I mean, there is a decision to be made on how we go forward as a city with the police in terms of giving them the authority and the support, but then also still holding them to task for some things that haven't been going so well within the population of our city. So I think our mayor is communicating that. With her decision to not give them exactly what they asked for.
Look, I completely understand folks in the city who think cops are getting enough money as it is, who racialize parts of the city, who don't trust what's going on with our policing and haven't for many, many years because of actual data that has been released. This is not a debate anymore. There are parts of the city where I understand why the trust is not there. We all drive around here, though. We've all seen what's gone on here. And this city is a long way away from pulling itself out of this pandemic situation that was in, like a lot of cities. And I really hope that we don't have some type of issue where policing is clearly not where it should be and something happens in the city. Because if that takes place, this mayor has a lot to speak on. This mayor has a lot to answer for. I personally think we're in a state where I don't know if they get 20 million, but they should have got close to that. Again, that's one guy's opinion. But we are not in a state where I think policing should be 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th priority. This is not the city of Toronto where that has to happen. Mayor Chow made a decision. We'll see where it goes, but definitely it was a talking point. Let us know what you think. Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca. All right, it is a busy one here on BT. Tammie's got news after the break. Also coming up, serious business. 30 NHL mascots have descended upon the city of Toronto to be a part of 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend. 2 of them are joining us in studio for a trivia contest. More BT coming up after this.